Hey Scandal Squad, welcome back to the channel. Celebrity Scandalous. Man, it sounds like everybody, the Democratic Party is being very icy to Kamala after her loss. And so it's being reported in Media Takeout that Barack and Michelle reportedly are refusing to accept her calls. So generally, if somebody loses an election, you know, the party rallies around them and say, good fight, you know, next time we'll do better. But that's not the case. Seemingly, these are, you know, this is the word on the curb. It says Barack and Michelle are ready to move forward and put Kamala Harris's disastrous campaign behind them. Now, the thing about it is the campaign is generally a collaborative effort. So I don't see why everybody is so pissed at her, because she did not make all the political decisions. I mean, although, you know, they didn't yield the results that people wanted, but you know. So it says, according to a new report, Kamala has been reaching out to Michelle and Obama since her loss, but Michelle and Barack are leaving her on red. According to multiple Washington insiders, Kamala has reached out to the Obamas for support as she transitions out of politics and onto the next phase of her life, but Barack and Michelle are still upset with the way the election was handled and they're avoiding Kamala. One Washington insider on social media went as far as to say they blocked Kamala. So, you know, this is the word on the curb that's, you know, going around Washington and in political circles, that they're very disappointed with her performance and the fact that she lost. But again, it's the party. So I'm just shocked that they're giving her such a cold shoulder, you know, that there's not more support. I feel like given the amount of time that she had to run, it was an uphill battle. It says, and one top Democratic fundraiser is coming out and explaining all the shenanigans behind the scenes in Kamala's disastrous campaign. Dang, they calling it disastrous. Lindy Lee, who raised millions of dollars in donations for Kamala Harris, is spilling all kinds of tea. She claims that Kamala's team was delusional and ignored signs that Donald Trump was leading in the polls. She also claims that Barack and Michelle never wanted Kamala to be the Democratic nominee. I've heard that before. And that Joe Biden picked her knowing that she'd lose as an FU to the Democrats for forcing him out of office. Now, after the Kamala disaster, Black people and other disenfranchised Americans have to live with Donald Trump's presidency. Trump and his team intend to enact Project 2025 and other harmful laws which are designed to harm historically discriminated against Americans. Y'all, the next 4 years are going to be tough, but stay in prayer. And it's also being reported, and this is on all of the platforms, different news outlets. Jill Biden's apparent cold shoulder for Kamala Harris ignites social media. Jill Biden and Kamala were at a veterans, some kind of a ceremony, and people noticed how cold Jill Biden was and didn't even acknowledge her. They didn't speak. And so this is what the article is saying. Social media erupted following what many characterized as First Lady Jill Biden's icy reception for Vice President Kamala Harris as the now former Democratic presidential nominee took an adjacent seat at Arlington Cemetery on Tuesday. Harris and second gentleman Douglas Emhoff approached their row of seats from the First Lady's right as the Vice President greeted and shook hands with those around her except Biden. So they didn't even share any pleasantries or shake hands or anything. And people noticed it. It's safe to say that Jill Biden hates Kamala Harris's guts. And that's a strong word. Said conservative commentator Steve Cortez while sharing a video snippet of the non-interaction. As Harris took her seat, Biden appeared to look straight ahead through dark sunglasses. So yeah, there's a picture of Jill with her sunglasses on. She didn't seem to look left or right, just kept her head fixed. In other words, girl, don't talk to me, don't speak to me, don't say ish to me. Jill Biden refused to even look at Kamala, explained or claimed the popular X account in wokeness. Journalist Andy shared a closer-up shot of the second family and First Lady, describing Biden as stone-faced and commenting that Harris supporters have been in part blaming President Biden for their candidate's loss Tuesday. Yeah, a lot of people feel that he stepped down too late. The interaction or lack thereof also received international media attention as Italian TV journalist Leonardo Panetta wrote on X in Italian that Harris was ignored by Biden after her defeat. Wow, that's ugly. I mean, can't we still remain presidential? You guys were comrades, for the last 4 years. It was a defeat, but you fell together. That's how it's supposed to be. But now everybody's pointing fingers. So, I mean, the party was just, I don't know, it was in chaos. Jill Biden did not get up to greet her and then remained seated next to the vice president wearing sunglasses without even looking at her. Good climate in America. They're not taking the loss well, remarked right-wing commentator Benny Arthur Johnson. Watch Jill Biden evidently give Kamala the cold shoulder as she arrives at Arlington National Cemetery. Kamala shook everyone's hand before swiftly racing past Jill as the cameras were rolling. Man, that's gotta, feel pretty bad, to have your, I'm gonna say like teammates, but your cabinet and the people that are supposed to be supporting you in this campaign. I mean, not even be able to publicly just give the social pleasantries of, hello, how are you doing? I mean, a dog will wag his tail, you know what I'm saying? Like, that just doesn't sound presidential at all, and the fact that all of these various outlets have picked it up, even to the fact that it's over in Italy, people are talking about it. I mean, this is global. It's pretty sad. It's a sad commentary for, the Democratic Party, and it just kind of shows that, I mean, there's no loyalty in politics, period. Wow, this has, I'm sure this has to hurt Kamala, but, because, when she was supposed to speak at Howard that night, she didn't even come out. And so it looks like they're just kind of rubbing her nose in it. I mean, this is disheartening. I'm just shocked. Like, man, is this how y'all get down? But anyway, you guys jump in the comments and let me know what your thoughts are. I mean, yeah, she lost, but y'all lost as a team. I thought y'all lost as a party, right?